Hey guys, so this is KK's Two Cents, and I'm going to sound off on the Paula Deen scandal that's heating up the Twitter, Facebook hot topics of all the news channels, the internet, the blogs. By now, unless you've you live under a rock or you're hiding under a rock or whatever, you're just under a rock somewhere, you have probably heard of the Paula Deen scandal. Even if you didn't know who she was before, um, you've definitely heard the scandal. Now, you know me, I'm always up on my news and I just, I'm bringing it to you guys. I'm a step ahead. Um, I had actually heard rumors for several years that not necessarily that she was racist herself, but that working for her, there's a lot of racism like in her environment. So I didn't really pinpoint that to Paula Deen that she was racist. I just thought, hey, Paula Deen is here. And there are so many people under her. Like, she has her restaurant and she has a QVC line. She has a cooking show. So, um, I mean, if you're working at one of her restaurants, there's obviously the overall manager, and then there are going to be several different managers and their assistants. So I was thinking maybe there's some racism in there, or maybe working for QVC, of course, there's going to be distributors for regions. One of the regional distributors could be, I mean, I didn't pinpoint it to Paula Deen. I just thought somebody somewhere that she works for that, quite frankly, she probably has never even come in contact with is probably racist and probably had some of those racist tendencies. Or I also thought that it's possible that the lady was just crying racism, and there's actually, in fact, no racism. I didn't personally think anything of it. I didn't really believe the story because I was, and keyword was, a Paula Deen fan. I did, keyword did, like her in the past because I just thought, she's like very likable, really lovable. I just didn't think she'd be a racist. She seemed really cool with Oprah. I mean, hey, Oprah's black. However, my views on Paula have completely changed. When this story just first broke out, I mean, I thought she was defending herself on those previous allegations, talking about how, she did use the N word in the past, but she doesn't use it anymore. And I was like, okay, cut her some slack. You shouldn't judge people past, and if she doesn't use it anymore and she doesn't tolerate it, then that's different. I mean, she is like in her 60s. She did grow up in the deep south. Things were different back then. However, I threw that slack away with yesterday's dirty laundry. Honestly, I'm not giving her slack anymore because after watching Wendy today and watching the videos, I now know who she is. I do think that Paula Deen is a racist. I do. I wouldn't just be plain and simple with it. And I have good reasoning for that. First of all, Wendy showed a video of her apology. And if you read the body language and Wendy analyzed it, and anybody with eyes could analyze it and see that she was going like this and closed off. So that was a fake apology. So she clearly doesn't care. Strike one. Strike two, which I'm wondering why this didn't get more attention. Um, she made really racist remarks that it was just a lot that I can't even really um, give it to you verbatim, but she was talking about her really dark friend and was saying, don't stand by the black because you would blend in. Just making these very derogatory statements that are disgusting to say. That just, with everything adding up, it shows that she's a racist. Honestly, um, with what she said that time, with her fake apology, with her the allegations. Now I believe that those allegations are correct. I really do. So it just all boils down to that. And I'm really upset. And Food Network, good job in canceling her show by showing that stuff isn't tolerated. But I'm going to be honest, Food Network, I know that you're not canceling it for a moral reason, although people think you are. I know better. You guys aren't doing that for morals. You guys are doing that to protect your pocketbook because you guys don't want to be associated with racism and all that stuff because you know that you would lose a lot of customers and your jobs, which will make you guys lose your lifestyle, your money. So, I mean, I'm not like, oh my goodness, the network is so good. No, I can see through what you guys are doing. And at the end of the day, though, you guys aren't really losing sleep because Paula is worth like what, 17 million. This lady has a big, heavy, chunky cushion to lay on. This lady is older, first of all. Her kids are adults. They support themselves. And on top of that, like I said, she has a chunky cushion, and she still has her QVC line and still has her restaurant. So she's still making money. And even if she wasn't, 17 million is more than enough. So I mean, she is fine, you know. So I mean, I really am not like, yay, Food Network. I mean, it was an easy decision for them to make. It wasn't based on their morals, like I said. So another thing I just wanted to address, I am annoyed with people because I've been reading like the Facebooks, the blogs, the Twitters. I'm very irritated and annoyed with people saying, "Oh, making that stupid argument, saying, oh, how come, black people use the N word and Paula can't use it, or other people that aren't black can't use it." Okay, I hate that argument. Nobody should be using the N word. No one, black, white, no one should be using it. And I don't care if you put an A at the end of it. No one should be using that. That is just derogatory. It's very disgusting, and don't use that language. Honestly, when I wrote it on my blog, when I was talking about a story when a comedian had used that word, um, I had actually even bleeped it out. It's very offensive. It should not be used freely like that. It's very derogatory. And I hate when people generalize that all black people use the word. Not all black people use the word. Actually, a lot of them really do not use the word. Um,